Hello and welcome to the Perth Blue Baggers pod. My name is Louis, your host.
And I'm Marty on special comments.
So today we'll be reviewing another heartbreaking loss against Collingwood. What followed with the Elijah Holland situation, and then the preview of our match against Freo in the Wild West. Let's get into... We'll start with the review first, and then we'll debrief some of the other issues that came out of that game after it. So let's talk about, what did you find from that game?
Well, we just feel like that we got everything on repeat at the moment. This is the same old story. It's Groundhog Day. Call it what you want. Rinse and repeat. Once again, we got ourselves into a winning position, then let it slip late in the match. We worked really hard to get 18 points up at three-quarter time.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good rest three quarters, actually. Pretty impressive.
It almost looked like we were doing a much better second half performance until...
Last couple of games, it's been the last quarter.
Yeah.
That we've really ran out of steam. Our third quarter was quite good. That's actually where we built the lead. And then just the same old story. We let them kick 5 goals in 7 minutes. Just unfathomable. And I think that's why the frustration, we just don't play 4 quarters. And usually it's been late in the match, except Adelaide, where we just collapse. It was a devastating 5 goals. Again, we just had no response when the game was going against us. Eventually, look, we'll give them one thing. They did fight hard to get back into the match.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So after that collapse, it was a difficult, 10 to 15 minutes where we really held our own. But, the damage was done. This is the frustration. We kicked... those goals to Ainsworth, McGovern and Carroll late, all which gave us a sniff.
Yeah.
Really. And of course, poor young Byrne missed on the after the siren to force the draw. We hung in there. We didn't just give it away like we had some of the previous games. But as a fan, it's just incredibly frustrating to see us work so hard to get on top of a team like that, then just put in a really lousy 5 to 7 minute stretch.
And that's all it takes in modern day football.
Yeah,
for the ties to turn.
It has been a bit of a season from hell this season, because whatever can go wrong has gone wrong pretty much. A close loss to our arch rival Collingwood, that we've beaten very infrequently of late, mind you. And we're just left in the bottom 4 at 1-5.
Yeah, it's really ugly. But it's a little bit of a debate, right? Are we closer to being good, or we deserve to be here? Like, we could be 4-2, but then we also could be 0-6, or what we are now.
Well, we deserve to be where we are, and the reason is because we don't have either the confidence or the ability to win close matches.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've been in it. We've had an opportunity to win 5 of those 6 matches, or maybe 4. I think Adelaide and Sydney were probably a bit better than us on balance, but the other 4 we really should have won.
Yeah.
So we should be 4-2, but we've got no one else to blame but ourselves. We've been in the hunt every single time. It's been a lack of composure, lack of confidence. I don't know, it's above the shoulders, but there's just increasing comments now from every opposition coach or player that they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And McRae was again, well, we just knew they wouldn't be able to run out the 4 quarters, and we're pretty confident.
The players, it's...
So when you have a coach who openly says that, I think that says it all. And I think it's the inability to stop the same thing from happening over and over again that is the real frustration here from all the supporter base.
Yes, I 100% agree, and it's not looking like any closer to getting having a change, but it's also looking, after this match, there was looking like an improvement, I guess, but it's just 7 minutes. That's all it took.
Yeah,
I'm just gobsmacked by it.
yeah, and I mean, look, Dacos obviously carved us up in the last quarter.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't properly tag these guys. I know Ollie Hollands with them. Ollie Hollands is not a tagger. Find someone who'll tag, and get on the goal side of him. Like, these things are not that hard. He's a very good player, I'll grant you, an exceptionally good player. But even so, it just should not be happening.
Yeah.
And I think the other frustration for Carlton fans is the same players seem to hurt us the same game and again and again. So wouldn't you put some work into the players that are hurting you last time and the time before and the time before that?
They have months to figure this out.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Also,
the tactics and the ability to sort of move to a plan B when you're under stress is pretty much non-existent just on what we see out in the ground.
Yeah. It's incredibly frustrating. Yeah, and what might just be even more frustrating is what kind of came out from it. Which, as you're probably very much filled in with the Elijah Holland situation. So, I don't think we should spend time speculating on what he's actually going through or what happened personally with him. I think more time should be spent on how the club handled that situation. How did he get out there in the first place? And perhaps what we actually don't know about it too.
I think that last point is important because when it comes to how you might manage a player who has mental health issues, there's a lot of things we don't know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will jump into conclusions. Look, the ones that I have the least amount of time for and no regard for is these Monday's experts who come out here and pretend to know a lot more about the circumstances than they do know, and then throw in a whole range of things like drugs and alcohol and other things like that.
Correct.
This kind of rubbish, right? It's just spreading malicious gossip, really.
Yeah.
And if they had a shred of dignity, they wouldn't do that.
That's her for you. That's Caro Wine.
So it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And, those people are not accountable. I believe the club should be accountable.
Yeah.
And there is obviously investigation internally, and then the AFL will probably assess what comes out of that.
And work safe.
And look, the club's got to take its medicine if it's done the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So it's not about avoiding accountability, but it's more about a whole range of people jumping to conclusions before they actually have the facts and the evidence before them.
Yeah.
And I find that very frustrating. It's one of those things where everyone's got 1,000 opinions and they clearly don't know. But that doesn't stop them commenting.
And it's absolutely rife on platforms like Twitter and Instagram. Everyone's having their own little opinions about it. And I know personally, with my content creation, it's been mostly about supporting Elijah and his family, sending love to them, rather than trying to speculate over what was going on.
Yeah, so I think that's nice, and I think we just want what's best for him, and hope he look after his welfare and the like. I think that's what most people want, and I think that it's just been frustrating seeing all that rubbish that's come out of it from various people. And look, there are questions about the club, but I would just say let that investigation take its course, and let the club be accountable for what comes out of that.
I agree. There's plenty to play out, and we shall assess it when there's more information to come, no doubt. Let's get into a bit more of a positive topic with our notable performances. 5-4, 3-2-1 votes.
Well, I went with Ollie Florent for the 5.
Oh yeah.
The reason is he gave us a lot of run off half back, and that's been very important for us. And that run off half back, 575 metres gained is pretty good, pretty impressive. 23 proposed disposals, but also 82% efficiency. So
Yeah.
he's getting a fair bit of the ball. It's really moving us forward quickly, and he's doing it in a fairly efficient way. And he was, really in the midst of a lot of this and helped set up quite a few of our attacks. Don't forget that we had 3 pretty good quarters and a 4.
Yeah.
Those first 3 quarters were pretty solid, and he was in the midst of that and helped get us in a winning position.
Yes. So he had 23 disposals. I think we probably kind of went through some of these things. 575 metres gained, 6 rebound, 56 ground balls. Pretty decent. I think one of the criticisms of him lately has been some of his turnovers. But I think that kind of demonstrates that he's willing to take the game on, though. Right?
Yeah, I'm. What I think needs to happen for the boys is at times they need to play more aggressively, and they've got to play a bit more without fear.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't like them turning the ball over. It's bloody frustrating, and the fans, all of us get annoyed. But if you go into your shell and you never go up the corridor and you never, take a risk,
Yeah.
nothing's going to change at Carlton.
Becomes predictable, stagnant football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's what's necessary, and we need guys that take the game on.
Yeah.
So I'm not just picking the usual guys that might get the most positions. There's some that are in my 5, but I'm also interested in guys that are actually shaping the game. That's important.
Yeah, I agree. So for my 5 votes, I've got Matt Carroll, who had 17 disposals, 6 marks, 7 score involvements, 5 intercepts, 5 inside 50s, 2 goals, and 5 ground balls. So he's very much growing into his role, sort of on the wing lately. I think he's regularly featuring in our votes over the past few weeks.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. Yeah. He's definitely a notable performance. I had a few different guys I could have given votes to. He was one of the ones I was considering.
Yeah.
And, kicked that late goal as well, which is important. So he's in the midst of a fair bit of the action. Carroll at his best is a really devastating player.
Yeah.
And definitely a weapon for us.
Yep, the only player that seems to be unfazed by some of the pressure and mental fragility issues that are featuring within our players. So 4 votes, who you got?
Zach Williams.
Yep.
I thought he was great. 7 intercepts, 85% efficiency, which is pretty good given how he plays.
Yes, he doesn't usually rack up efficiency.
No, it's just his nature. I mean, he just takes the game on, and he was in the midst with 9 contested positions as well, 4 tackles. I'm always interested in the guys prepared to do the dirty work when they don't have the ball.
Yep, fair.
And he was up there as well. So there's a lot to like about his game.
Yes. More stats: 26 disposals, 5 score involvements, 7 intercepts, 9 ground balls, and 4 rebound 50s. So it's around everywhere, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Kudos to Zach Williams. So my 4 votes goes to Sam Walsh, who had a very good second half, I thought. And that's been a bit different from him lately, I must say, because a lot of the players have been fading off into the second half. Therefore, it's been unable to get the full votes. But he's got full votes from me today because he got 28 disposals, 7 tackles, 7 score involvements, 8 ground balls, 5 rebound 50s, 5 inside 50s, 7 marks, and 28 pressure acts.
Yeah, he was a great player. He's got 3 for me. 18 touches in the second half.
Yeah.
8 in the third and 10 in the last. And given how we struggled to finish games well, there's been a bit of discussion around leaders at Carlton and why haven't they been able to rally the troops when they're going against us? And I get that. There's plenty of people that can and should be accountable, and when you've just signed the 8-year contract, you're the one in the gun.
Mm.
But we need to reiterate again, like we did last week, Sam Walsh is having a very good season.
Yes, he should not be blamed.
He's having a very good season. And his stats back this up, and week in, week out, he's amongst our best players. Yeah. He would be leading our best and fairest.
Of course.
You
Yeah.
know, and so
He'd be leading our votes.
he'd be leading our votes. He'd be leading the club's best and fairest at the moment.
Yeah.
And so he's been very consistent. He's got himself fit. Played every game, I believe. I think that's right.
Yes.
And, you know, you can't ask much more from him.
Yeah, it's very, very positive signs.
And he took to even, I think he had 7 tackles in there.
Yeah. You
I
your
like to
tackles.
see that. You
Yeah.
know, he did the dirty work. He had a big second half. He's worked hard. Yeah, a lot of time for him.
Well, on the meantime of tackles, what was the team count of tackles? Can you please
Oh, I'll check that. I'll definitely check
check
that.
teams?
Right, just best. Hang on a sec.
Bear with us.
Yeah, we'll just find that. Yeah, 62 apiece.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but we
better
had,
than what we've had earlier in the season.
yeah, no, it is better than what we've had previously. But we did get outdone 14-9 in tackles inside 50, which
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
often interested in.
Yeah.
That shows how hard our forwards are working.
So that's important to note. Free votes. You did your free votes with Sam Walsh. My free votes go to Wheaters, Jacob Wiedering. 20 disposals, 9 marks, 80% disposal efficiency, 7 intercepts, 5 score involvements, 5 rebound 50s, 8 1%ers, and 6 scrambles. So, leader, doing a leader's work.
Another guy who's had a really good game.
Yeah.
And
Decent season too when he's
another
been
sort of
available.
half-baked, I'll tell you, if you're after another half-baked, hopeless, pathetic comments, it's the Nongs that are suggesting that we should trade him.
David
Like-
King.
Like,
For goodness
for
sake.
goodness sake, here's your recipe for success. Why don't you get rid of all your good players? Right? Get rid of all your good players. Cripps, Wiedering, probably Walsh, a few others. Get rid of them all, and somehow you're going to perform better.
Yeah. And it'd be
Right.
so funny how the media would turn
These
on
are
us.
rocket scientists.
Yeah.
Aren't they geniuses?
Yeah.
Right? For goodness sake, just rubbish.
Yeah. And then the rhetoric would switch to, oh, they have no good players in their team. They're all new and developing. Who are they going to learn from?
I can guarantee you, if we trade away our good players and into the bottom of the ladder, he would be the top of the queue to bag us out.
Yeah. He always
Guarantee
has. I think he's done it since we started going downhill late 2024. I reckon he's been on to us then. Unfortunately, that's how the media is. We got 2 votes. Who's you got 2 votes?
I had Sam Walsh 3 and Wiedering 2.
Yep.
So we go down to 1.
Yep.
I had Pitto. Really solid season. He's having 20 hitouts and 20 touches for
Way.
Pitnet.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
these are good figures.
Unfortunately, is injured.
He has got injured, which is a real
Hand
shame.
surgery.
But I just want to point out, he laid 4 tackles
Yeah.
and had 5 clearances.
Yes.
This is a guy, he's got more clearances than a lot of our mids, right? So this is the irony of all of this. When you think about that, that's pretty extraordinary, wouldn't you say?
Jens gets a lot of contested possessions. He had 12. Has score involvements, 5, 7 ground balls, 20 hitouts. Also, he didn't kick any goals this time, unfortunately, for his Coleman medal case that we like to joke about. How was he in clearances? Equal.
Top.
Equal.
I've
first
got him at
with
5
Cripps.
here, AFL data 5. Or maybe we got it wrong. He's equal top the amount of clearances.
Yeah.
And probably
Team.
Yeah, for the team.
Yeah.
For Carlton. I mean that's pretty extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know. So like I said, 4 tackles. I think you'll find that's near the top as well. All right. So the
There's a
most
few
was
with
7.
4s.
And Cripps and Evans, Frank the Tank at 5, but Pitnet 4. You know.
Yeah.
So for your big boy, he's doing the hard yards.
I must certainly agree. So my 2 votes go to Ollie Florent, and then finally 1 vote to Zach Williams. So we mostly have the same
There were a few the same
players, just in different order,
order.
and Peter and Carroll switched out. But yeah, that's good. Other players of note, perhaps.
Nick Newman
yes,
for mine.
Newman, yeah.
He was someone I was definitely thinking about.
Same.
Again, just a really consistent game from him. Another 24 touches. He sets up at the back quite nicely. 4 tackles.
468.
Yeah. So
he's
gained. So I think that was
6
second.
score involvements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Very good.
Yeah, another really solid game from him. So that was one that sort of stood out for mine.
Maybe some of the forwards, they were decent. We got Ben Ainsworth with 19 disposals, 4 marks, 7 score involvements, 2 goals. That's probably his most complete game so far, I think.
Yeah, Ainsworth was definitely one I was thinking about with the votes. I mean, for him having the 19 touches and 2 goals, I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good going.
Also, Brody Kemp with 2 goals, 16 disposals, 8 marks, 7 score involvements. Did he get most of his 2 goals in the first half, though?
Yeah, I think got them early.
Yeah.
Mitch McGovern kicked 3, including 1 late.
Yeah. Yes, Mitch.
And 3 goals straight, which is handy.
Yes. He didn't rack up too many disposals, but that's okay. Will Hayward, I think, had his best game so far for the Blues. 16 disposals, 5 marks, 7 score involvements, just the 1 goal, but 4 inside 50s and 4 ground balls. So ideally you want more goals, but if that's where he's getting played, if he's getting played along the wing still, I think that's a decent hit out for him.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And then finally I want to mention Harry Dean, 13 disposals, 5 marks, 4 intercepts, 85% disposal efficiency, and 5 1%ers.
Great young fella having a red hot crack.
Yeah. One time, unfortunately, got a bit muscled out with some strength late in the 4th quarter, but Wheaters should have probably done something to help him out there. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
That goal, yeah. So that'll do us with the player analysis. Now we move on to the preview against Freo over in Perth.
Well, I watched the Dockers play last week in the Derby. Now, it was only West Coast, but they were very good. And it's good to watch a team play live because you see a lot more than you see on the television. And they moved the ball really well, and their skill level's quite high. Mm-hmm. The link up worked pretty well between them. They've got some great forwards in Amos and Tracy. So they're big forwards.
Yeah.
They're big boys. They've got Murphy Reid is pretty handy. Jordan Clark's in great form. Caleb Sarong is outstanding. Hayden Young. Look, they've got stars everywhere. And don't forget Jackson. It's going to be hard to stop without Pitnet. So it is going to be a really tough assignment. The Dockers are second on the ladder, and they should be. Yeah. I reckon they're probably the second best team going around right now. That doesn't mean they'll win the grand final or make the grand final, but right now on form, I reckon it's probably Sydney and Fremantle, and that's what your percentage tells you.
Yeah.
At the moment, so they'll be really hard to stop.
Indeed, they will. But I like to draw on past experiences with Fremantle. Anything can happen.
Well, we produce some of our most amazing results.
Yeah, over here in WA, yeah.
We've had a few of them. Look, my 2 favourites, of course, would be Jack Newnes after the siren.
Yeah.
That was just unbelievable.
So, best moment, best game I've ever watched live.
You know what was funny about that game? It wasn't it was a really low-scoring Dua game. I think it won 40-36. So it wasn't a high-scoring game. But it was close. And it was close the whole way. And we definitely thought we lost it when the siren went.
Yeah.
And then the free kick was called. But what an extraordinary finish.
Yeah.
And I think I've watched that kick of Jack Newnes hundreds of times.
Yeah.
And the other one was Murphy's goal, which is sensational.
And
so with only about 20-30 seconds left when he snapped that goal to win against Freo here as well a couple of seasons earlier. I mean, just we've had some good results.
Yeah. It's not a ground that we've had terrible win-loss record, unlike over in Adelaide or Sydney, for example. So, I mean, there's always a chance. I think the players need to go in with giving it their all. Do it for the Perth fans that only get one game per year.
That's right.
Do it for Elijah. Support him. Do some nice celebrations to kind of honour him, I reckon, would be good. Because that would build team culture really well. But yeah, it's going to be a tough assignment because we know how good they are in form. Freo fans, they think it's a rivalry. It's not really reciprocated on our end. It's an imagined fantasy. They believe because, we've heartbroken them so many times, they want to get some revenge. Well, so we just had to do what must be done.
Yeah, look, and a lot of the time we have got the job done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something about, when you've been under siege and we haven't had a good season, for the team to go away together. It's been a few days together away from all of the noise in Melbourne, and sort of bond a bit. Come in as an underdog, so there's probably lower expectations in a way, and then seek to exceed those expectations.
Yeah.
I thought our game against Adelaide was, when we probably weren't expected to win, was one of our better games.
Yeah.
In part because we're pretty solid through the second half, which we haven't been generally this season. So I what I'd like to see them is competitive all 4 quarters.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
How's that? If we go down by 30, but we're still within that margin across the whole game, that'd be decent.
I just don't want to see another collapse.
Yeah.
Because I think, surely we're beyond that. Surely we deserve better.
Yeah, I agree. So some of the team changes, there'll be 3 force changes. Harry Mackay out with concussion, that's a big loss. Pito with his hand injury, kind of a big loss, but then Liam Reedy against his former side will probably come in for him. And then we've got Elijah Hollins with his mental health break. We'll have to miss out this week. And then we'll find out more soon enough, probably. So what sort of changes? Perhaps there's plenty of people performing in the reserves, isn't there? Flynn Young, George Hewitt, Cooper Lord. I feel like they'd bring in Hudson O'Keefe for Harry Mackay again. I know we're not the biggest Hudson O'Keefe fans. I don't think many people are at the moment. But
look, he just needs more time to develop, really.
Yeah.
He's a big man, and I just think we've been playing when he's not ready, and his performances have shown that.
Yeah.
It's not having a go at him because he's still a young guy, but he's getting just a couple of touches a game. I just don't think he's there yet.
Yeah.
And it's shown. I mean, I think Pitnet's out is a massive out.
Yeah.
He's been in our votes just about every week.
He'd be second or best and fairest.
He would be second, and he's been a real presence. And I don't think there's a replacement that cuts it, to be honest. We went out there to try and bolster that, with the loss of TDK, and honestly, on evidence I've seen, we haven't done it.
Yeah, if he was good enough, he'd be dominating the VFL.
Yeah, so there's actually not a lot coming through behind Pitnet, but we'll have to probably play Reedy, probably. So
I reckon Hudson O'Keefe, because
he'll probably get a game.
Hit outs, need to change out on the rock.
I just don't know how many touches you're going to get around the game from those guys.
Yeah.
And we can't carry guys.
Mm.
I look on the positive side. Flynn Young's he's just ready to go, and he's been performing week in, week out. He's not a like for like replacement in any of those guys. That's part of his challenge, but surely he deserves an opportunity. And look, if Cooper Lord is 100% fit, he started the season really well.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see him get an opportunity perhaps as well.
Yeah.
So there's a few players there that might get a crack.
Yeah. I feel like someone like Ananchera could get a bit of a flick and replace with Lord.
The other guy that, even perhaps someone like Akers, maybe. Akers and Cottrell are our two best runners probably in the team in terms of the amount of ground they cover. Him and Sam Walsh probably, right? They don't have the class that Walsh has, particularly in disposal and whatever. But we need more run, and you're gonna need run at Optus. So there's Akers didn't have a great year last year, which is probably why he's starting in the Magoos. There's question marks over Cottrell's fitness, whether he's 100% yet.
Yeah, I feel like they'll give him another week.
Yeah, I suspect you're right. He's another week away.
He only played like half a game.
Yeah, you can't pick guys in the AFL when they only played half a game in the Resies.
Yeah.
But, gee, the sooner they get him back in, the better.
Yeah. So those are some of the team changes I think you'll find. There will be nothing extraordinary, I don't think. Predictions...
it's a bit hard to
genuinely
say.
Tip us. I'd love to.
I don't think you can. But look, I'd love to be wrong.
Yeah. We won't go into the margin. Best players, who do you reckon?
Look, I would love a guy that's probably copped a little bit of flack. Hasn't been mentioned much in dispatches, and because he's not. I don't think he's playing his best footy, but gee, if ever he's going to fire up, it should be now, and that's Adam Cerra against his old club.
Yeah.
I'd just really love to see him burst out and have a breakout game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's due. It's not that he's been shocking. It's probably just as one of our most experienced players. He is one of those leaders we need to step up more and we need a bit more out of.
Yeah.
And be good to see him really shine. And then someone has to step up and play a decent game up forward in the absence of Harry Mackay.
Yeah.
And it's a question mark over who that actually would be. There's no obvious candidates around that. I reckon Ainsworth's running into a bit of form.
Yeah, I was thinking about him just then.
Yeah, so maybe he might be the guy that steps up. I'm a bit worried about our forward line, to be honest.
Yeah, and with the quality of Fremantle's defence,
they've got a great defence.
Pierce
is one of the
Ryan.
best defenders in the league. Ryan's a former All-Australian.
Yeah.
It's gonna need to be out, and Jordan Clark's in great form. He just won the the Glendenning, medal.
Yeah.
He's, Anyway.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Ben Ainsworth as well. Maybe someone from defence. Maybe we'll keep. Ollie Florence will continue.
I think we're showing the depth of the problems.
Yeah, we just don't know the pick. I can't trust Cripps anymore to be our best on ground. Walsh, yeah.
I mean, Cripper does like Optus.
Yeah.
His record over here has been pretty good. Last I think he played against West Coast last season was clearly BOG. He likes Optus.
If they make it a contested game, he'll thrive. If it's not, then unfortunately he'll struggle. Just like so many of them. But anyways, that'll do us for this pod. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. It would make a real difference. And catch you soon. Up the Baggers.
Calm the Blues.